black gay club on the west side of Detroit. People gonna say it's an east side of Detroit.
And earlier we talked about Jack, and it's, I don't know, like it's been passed around as the black grinder or the black scrub. What does that mean to you, and like why do you think it has gotten that definition?
Well, before I was trans, I as a gay male looked for apps that I could meet other people that were like me. And Jack happened to be like the main one that came up when I went to search for apps. And it had like the most top ratings, the most downloads and things like that. So I downloaded and checked it out, and I found to see that there's most of the profiles are of black males. The other apps that I did check out on other times were like white or other races, but this was the only one that, since I found it the first time, like years ago, it has always been the one that has the most black.
And why do you think this app, carried this tone, even though it's catered to all communities, but why do you think it's adopted, this
I
name?
think,
like you were speaking for a friend.
I think being black and part of the LGBTQ community, I believe that specifically for black people, they don't really know much about dating or meeting other people that are like them. And I feel like Jack is like the only place that a lot of people have found to meet people like themselves. And
Sort of like a bubble in a way, right?
right, it is.
Do you feel you are overlooked on dating apps because of the color of your skin?
Sometimes I feel that I am, but because of my personality and my outer exterior, I think it's more so about the way I display myself. That's why I feel like I get discriminated against the most. Because I feel like if I had a low cut and I had a pair of baggy jeans on with a tank top, I'll get all the hits in the world. But being that I am more educated and confined in myself, I'm not displaying myself to be a whore. I don't get as much attention as I need to. And then, like I said before, more men think if I'm a transsexual woman, then they will want me versus me just being a feminine man or a male.
With Tinder, it's hard to tell because when you're overlooked, you don't know that you're overlooked. But with Grindr, I definitely feel that was the case. I don't know. I always tell people I don't get any messages hardly. Like every now and then I'll get one, or it'll be like a bot or like a sugar daddy scam or things like that. And it's just like local people looking to like hang out is never a thing for me really. And that's kind of surprising to some people. Versus the experience that I've seen other friends of mine have who are white. Our experiences using that platform are completely different.
I would say yes and no.
Can you please explain?
I say yes because I think it goes to like the stereotypes that people have of a gay black male. And then I say no because that's what I mean. You have to present yourself. So it's almost like going to like an interview. You have to sell yourself. So you would never know like how someone else portrays you unless you like ask them or like have a conversation.
So what are the stereotypes of a gay black man?
A gay black man.
Educate us.
I guess you could say, loud, ghetto, lives in the hood and stuff like that.
And how does that make you feel?
How does that make me feel? That's why I'm like, present yourself a certain type of way.
But why?
Carry yourself better.
But why do you have to carry yourself better, present yourself better? If someone likes you, they should like you for you, right?
Exactly.
So you will want somebody to want you for your authentic self, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I understand like there is a time and place, but I mean I feel like you should be able to. You shouldn't have to,
Oh yeah, hold back for who
Yeah.
you are. Yeah, no, be who you are, but
You shouldn't have to stuff yourself in a bubble.
yeah,
if
you shouldn't have to. Yeah, you should not have to be in a bubble to get what you want. You should be yourself, absolutely. But overlooked in the dating scene, I think people just have their what's the word I'm trying to think of?
opinion or view.
Yeah, opinions or views about different people, because first impressions are lasting impressions. So
Actually, not not so much the color of my skin. I feel like, to be honest, I get more grief than anything for being bigender, because they'll see me one day like this, and then they'll see me another day, the whole 9 lashes and lips and all, and people don't know how to take me. It's like, well, take me how you see me.
And can you elaborate on what bigender means? Because I mean, just some people just might not know.
Yeah. So, funny thing. So I came out as bigender less than a year ago, and I honestly didn't know what it meant because I just knew I felt a certain way, and I didn't know how to word it, And one of my friends was like, "Hey, maybe this might be it." And it was like, "Go check out, the definition and stuff." So I looked it up, and it basically means it's a person that has more than one gender identity in one body. Like, some people has 2 personas, or some people, they see themselves as two genders at the same time.
Yes, I do believe it's the color of my skin, but I also believe because it's the whole no fat, no femmes. And it's sad because that goes deeper. Like, no fat, no femmes goes to a specific place based upon how you look in regards to European standards of beauty. And so, like, if you're like extremely big and you're darker skinned, people are going to instantly look over you. You're not going to be the hot tea, or if you are, it's because it's for that moment. I'm just horny, ain't nothing else popping. Here you are. Like, the further away from that spectrum you are, the more attention you get. And so me, I kind of fall to that further side, in some aspects. And so people kind of do overlook me. And then when they meet me, they're like, "Oh, you cool," but it's still not in that sense of like, "Oh, I want to see what this could be."
What is your take or your opinion on masculinity